Fort Worth resident, 95-year-old Julius Hatley, was getting worried when the heat jumped to over 90 degrees. So the veteran called the police to help. Little did they expect the backup they'd receive to help him out. The dog days of summer can be fun and exciting, but when it gets too hot, the weather can be dangerous, especially to vulnerable communities like senior citizens. Heat waves have cost many older people their lives, and it's vitally important for them to stay cool inside on the hottest days of the year. One elderly man was trying to do just that when he realized he couldn't cool down and called for help. The first responders who came to his aid may not have done what most people expect from police officers, and that's what made their gesture all the more important. An elderly man faced deadly Texas heat, so he called the cops. When the temperature rises in Texas, it can get seriously hot. The heat index can creep up to almost 100 degrees before noon, which can be downright deadly to people who can't handle it. Julius Hatley, a 95-year-old veteran in Fort Worth, was having one of those days, and he knew it would be best for him to stay cool inside his house. However, he found that despite having air conditioning, his house was sweltering. So he moved to his porch, hoping to try and find some cooler air, but he was out of luck. Not knowing what to do to escape the heat, he decided to call 911 for help. The dispatcher took his call but didn't consider it an emergency. Nevertheless, two officers who had some time that morning went to pay the old man a visit and paid him a small kindness that he'll never forget. How Home Depot helped friendly policemen save an old man from a heat wave. Officers William Margulis and Christopher Weir decided to head to Hatley's house at 8:30 a.m. When they arrived, it was already almost 90 degrees inside his home. Worried, they inspected the man's air conditioning unit and found that it was broken beyond compare. Two officers left Hatley's home without offering an immediate solution, but they couldn't shake their concern. Margulis and Weir decided to go to Home Depot themselves and see what they could get for Hatley with his own money that might help cool him down. Once there, they explained the situation to the employees and asked for recommendations. The Home Depot staff was so touched by what the officers were doing that they offered to pool some of their own money to help Hatley as well. The team contributed $150. A Texas community came together to help a veteran in need. The officers' kindness didn't stop when they purchased the air conditioner. They also recruited another colleague, Stephen Robrovich, to help them install everything in Hatley's house. Hatley was over the moon, extremely grateful for what the officers were doing for him. Hatley was actually really excited, said Officer Margulis. He said he knew if he needed help to call 911, and we actually were able to help him, so he was really excited about that. The officers shared the story on social media, where it went viral. The outcome was an outpouring of even more help for the elderly veteran. Since the story was first shared, we've all worked on getting Hatley's central air replaced, Officer Weir's wife. A company came forward to do so, completely for free. We're currently working on getting his windows replaced, his house repainted, and groceries every week. The community really came together to help Julius Hatley in his time of need. He phoned 911, knowing that he had access to support, and did they ever show up. The officers, as well as the Home Depot employees, inspire us with their generosity, just as they did with their community.